Let's also take a moment to acknowledge the last time you were in the ring and your opponent, Sebastian Formella, who clearly has a chin of just pure granite.
He can take an ass.
Because he went 12 rounds with you and you landed some big shots, and then he fights Conor Benn over in England and again takes just huge punches in 12th round. he's still there.
Yeah. I think that fight was only 10 rounds.
Yeah, 10 rounds. Yeah, 10 rounds.
Yeah. But nevertheless, and he fights back.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he's not a bum, which is
not at all.
You know, which is good for him, you know, to be able to fight like that, and you know, for him to have a fight with me and then come off of that and have a fight with Nigel Benn's son, Conor Benn. I would like for his promotional team to do better with him and try to get him back in the winning column and see if he could do something down the line in the sport. Because if you have the chin, you have some skills. I think as a fighter, you have to be wondering what do I need to do to be able to contend with these guys and beat and not just fight back and survive, you know. So
what do you think? Not to give, you know, game plans or tips to an ex-opponent, you won't fight him again, but what do you think being in the ring with him? You mentioned the chin, you mentioned he's willing to fight. It's not like he's just covering up. What do you think is the thing, like, what's the X factor for him to start to win some of those fights or compete in some of those fights a little more?
I think the number one factor is the power. I think he has to get stronger, and he has to be able to deliver blows that are gonna make guys understand that they can't just punch when they want to punch and be offensive and not have to worry about their defense. I mean, even in my fight, there were moments where I got hit and I was thinking to myself, damn, like you shouldn't have got hit with that. Yeah. And I was also thinking like, damn, step it up, because you can't do this against Errol Spence Jr. You can't do this against, you know, Danny Garcia and Terrence Crawford, the rest of those guys. So aside from the power, I think it also comes down to his some fighters. Last night when I did FS1, I alluded to the fighter having a boxing eye, and basically what that is just being able to have the reflexes and almost the intuitive spirit to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And I'm not sure that he has that. I don't know if that's something that can be developed. Yeah. Like I'll give you a prime example is Terrence Crawford. You'll see him losing 2, possibly even 3 rounds against Kell Brook, and then you'll see him come out and he changes southpaw and he just one punch and the fight's over. It's some guys, they just know what to do and how to do it. And I don't know if Sebastian Formella, I don't know if he has that. I think that more than anything is an X factor, especially at the top level, because you're talking about guys like myself, Errol Spence Jr., again, Danny Garcia, Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman. Pacquiao. We are guys that we react, and it's almost like we're making the other guys react, and it's just back and forth chess match. And that's a part of the game that just really isn't taught and really isn't it's something that you're born with. You have like this innate spirit to do it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. I mean, two big fights though for him back to back.
Yeah.
So hopefully made some good money on those as well.
Yeah. So, you know, again, for me being on the side that I'm on and have always wanted to be on and things like that, I have a winner's mentality. So I don't really understand what all entails with his team taking the 2 fights they've taken. I think with me, maybe more than anything, they saw opportunity to be seen. They saw opportunity to be in the ring with the champion. And of course, the opportunity to make some money, probably more money than he had made in possibly his whole career combined. I don't know. But then you move on and now you're up against Conor Benn, who I don't, at this point, I don't think he is, I don't know what England is looking at him doing, you know, in the future as far as being a champion. But I just think, you know, that you're taking 2 hard fights back to back. So I don't really know what all went into it, but I don't really feel like you have a winner's mentality when you're doing that, you know?
Yeah, I think for Formella, it worked because, I mean, he probably made more money. And I watched his fight. I would have never watched him if he wouldn't have fought you.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to really understand.
Look at like a moral victory kind of aspect of it.
Well, for me, it's the whole thing of the money. Like I can't risk money for my career. I can't risk money for being on TV or anything like that, you know. So I don't want to belittle decision making with the sure. You know, but at the same time, I just like, for me, the money is not the number one factor for me in my decision making.
Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.